This week in the League of Legends, we've got our tag and teaser for Kindred. Additionally, the championship patch has been previewed and is being pushed out the door. After that, we've got some interesting PvE news with new skins and a pick'em contest for brand new skins for you to enjoy as well. All this and more on the Spazzy Gaming web show. This is Water Elemental.
And this is Axis. Wait.
Oh, no. Go back.
This is Water Elemental.
And this is Axis. And we are here today to talk about the League of Legends. This is an ongoing show. We took a little bit of everyone's favorite mobile style battle game.
Kindred. So this champion has been teased for a while.
A little bit.
A little. It was more PvE stuff. They didn't really go too far like they did with Bard.
Yeah, I had the mark show up on me a couple of times when I was playing ranked.
See, I've never seen it.
Happened to me once. Happened to me one time. I shouldn't have said a couple. It was one time.
That's really funny. But yes, she is out, and she is an 80 carry. Very interesting. Kit is really unique. And we love unique, but this is
a little unique. So first up, she has her passive, which is called Mark of the Kindred. Basically, at some point, Lamb, which is the primary target, will designate something for death. After delay, the mark will activate, and if Kindred kills them or assists in their death, they will gain a permanent bonus to their basic attacks. This is stackable. Additionally, sometimes they will also choose enemy jungle monsters from time to time, and this is what Wolf chooses. All champions can see the targets that are marked for death. Now, her first ability is her Q. It's her basic ability. It is Dance of Arrows. She'll dash in a target direction and fire at up to 3 nearby enemies. This is an 80 scale. Next is Wolf's Frenzy. Passively, Kindred will build stacks of Hunter's Vigor as you move around. Once it's fully stacked, your next basic attack will steal a flat amount of health. The active ability will temporarily split Wolf from Lamb, so Kindred will split into two. Wolf will move around independently. Lamb will follow your cursor. Lamb will attack in a large spirit zone and will attack whoever Lamb, your primary target, attacks, or the closest enemy. Lamb can use her Q ability, Dance of Arrows, with greatly reduced cooldown while inside this zone. Her final basic ability is Mounting Dread. Kindred will initially slow a targeted enemy, and if they take damage 3 times from basic attacks by Kindred, they will suffer a percentage of their maximum health and damage. Final ability is called Lamb's Respite. Kindred will create a large and temporary zone beneath itself or a targeted ally, and while it's active, Lamb's Respite will prevent all units inside its boundaries from dropping below critical levels of health. When this effect ends, a flat heal will be applied to all champions inside of it.
All.
Indeed. So, applies to all units while it's up, and only champions get the heal at the end.
So, what I find interesting is this could be a really good pushing tool. Because minions can't die, and you can just have one minion tanking the tower as you just burn it down.
This could be a really trolly objective thing, too.
Oh, wow. That
enemy team's going for Baron. Tank jumps in. They go for the smite. Lamb's Respite. Smite fizzles.
Oh, that is so true.
Baron is at 1 HP until this effect ends.
And then it heals.
Well, no, it won't heal. It's still in
champions.
Combat. It's only champions. Since it's 1 HP, you just be super vigilant.
That's so cool.
Baron steal.
So, what they're kind of tying towards is, during these videos that they put out for it, is a lot of influence next to Bard. So my curiosity is this going to be tied to the Shivering Isles?
Helmet Bro 2!
Helmet Bro 2.
The Revengeing.
Or this is going to be towards like kind of Bard's area of expertise if she's another traveler of sorts. The only lore that we've seen so far is that she split her soul away because she was constantly lonely, so that's why Wolf is around. But other than that, there isn't too much to know.
I don't think she's going to be very popular.
No, she's going to be very different compared to a lot of other characters.
She's going to be Bard in that she has a place, but it is not a very big place.
It's the reliance on the marks that throw up. Yes, her passive will let you choose, which has its own new UI system.
Yeah, but her passive doesn't give her a ton of damage.
Not off the bat.
No, it doesn't. Like, it doesn't give her any damage. So you have to be doing well for Mark of the Kindred to take off, or you have to go jungle.
Well, yeah, they're also saying she might be a jungle. A
Ranged jungle. I haven't seen one of those in a while.
Yeah, last one of those was Fiddlesticks? No?
Well, Fiddlesticks. Yeah, I guess Fiddlesticks.
I can't, every one of them I can think of is
I mean,
melee.
J4, or not J4.
Jace?
Jace can kind of do it, and he's semi-ranged, but it's never a comfortable jungle. So it was kind of curious.
Yeah, it is.
And I guess Elise technically counts
Elise.
as ranged as well,
Yeah.
but it's not very.
She's
long
a shifting.
range.
They're both shifting champions.
So a pure ranged character. It's been a while,
Dancing Arrows looks like it's going to have a very, very quick cooldown on
and
it.
it doesn't look like it takes you very far.
Right. So you can't jump over walls, but it's going to definitely let you keep up with enemies. She does have a slow. She does have both flat lifesteal and percentage damage.
She has no hard CC. Though.
No hard CC. But paired with the right support, though, she could probably tear through some people if she has enough.
Paired with the wrong support, and she will do nothing.
Bard.
Bard is a bad. Well, Bard has the CC to really make up for it. Problem is, Bard doesn't have the damage to help her get rolling with her passive.
Yeah. Jelly Green brought up a point about her model being very Princess Mononoke. I really kind of... I like this.
Is that an anime?
It's sort of. It's the How's Moving Castle guy.
Oh, okay.
So it's Japanese animation, but it's not anime. It's more Disney-esque. I really like the idea of these two kind of fighting characters. One of them is very life, one of them is really death. The fact that the swirl around her is constantly going is really neat.
I think this really clashes a lot with their art style, similar to Bard. I don't think it fits in League. I appreciate the thought, but I mean, you compare a character like this to like Jinx.
Yeah, but also characters clash within themselves with region as well. Yordles clash. At this point, they've made it so Yordles have more homogenized with this world, but we've also become used to them. They're kind of bringing in this aspect of celestial creatures. And I think that's what they're going to try to work towards for Ao Shin, is this fact that there's kind of this other section of the world that isn't really touched by characters. I think over time they're going to find a better way to do it, but right now, yes, she is very stark. But I also felt Callista was very stark, too.
I believe that as well.
But now that we're so used to these undead characters, it's not as bad.
Moblins! By the way, we'll have to see how she plays. I don't think she's going to be very good. I think she's going to make a lot of people angry with her ultimate, and I don't think that unless you get momentum early with her passive, you are not going to do very well. Next up, we have the big patch. This is the big LCS patch, 5.18. This is when they're going to be... Is this the one they're using for the tournament?
Yes, they announced that this will be the patch. The one before it, we thought was going to be the patch, but this is the one that they have cemented for the World Finals.
Alas, mon ami, vite vite. So, Anivia is the first one to change. It now treats Dragon and Baron as frosted for the purposes of her double damage. This is incredibly important, mostly because it allows Anivia to be relevant for Frostfire. Or for objectives, rather. Anivia sort of struggled against creeps, and this is a huge buff for that.
Braum, Winter's Bite, the mana cost has been increased in all ranks. Kind of hurts, but it was...
Braum is very, very strong with his harass with Q, so bring that up to make it more punishing when you miss. Very good stuff.
Yep. Caitlyn's Yordle Snap Traps, the cooldown has been reduced in early levels, and the mana cost has been reduced to 30.
This is an amazing change. I love it. No complaints. Darius Decimate heal per champion hit is down 3%. The cap on missing health restore is up 6%. The mana cost now scales from 30 to 50. This is an important change mostly because it doesn't let him trade as easy in lane, but it makes team fighting a lot easier for him.
Elise Spider Form, the Spiderling base damage has been reduced in later levels.
This is really good. It was really overpowered. Ezreal Arcane Shift now has a scale of 0.5 base AD. This is awesome. Arcane Shift was kind of that ability where it was just like, oh, this and Essence Flux are your AP abilities and your ultimate, and you just use Q for skill shots. Now this auto attack after Essence Flux actually has some damage to it. Really good.
Right, and now it still scales with AP, so you can go with that hybrid build.
Indeed. Fiora base armor is down. Base health is down. Health growth is down. Lunge now reveal a target if she hits them all in the Fog of War. And Riposte will now properly parry Thresh's attack. and it will correctly list debuffs as a list of things that it blocks. Fiora, extremely powerful right now. Everyone sort of saw this coming.
Galio, his ultimate. Isle of Durans can't be canceled by movement commands for the first 0.05 or 0.25 seconds of its duration if it strikes at least one champion. So it can be stopped if you don't tag anybody, which is good because if you miss that ult, you are stuck there for a while. And then a lot of people can poke you from far away, especially a lot of people with aerial denial like Brand or Lux or anybody with a skill set that does range damage.
So this is sort of a change to players that kind of play fast and loose. You know, you just go drop in. If I hit somebody, great. I won't accidentally click trying to reorient myself. So nice change. Kind of quality of life thing. Galio needs this and others. Garen no longer gains villainy when he is killed himself. This is a good change. Garen, I love Garen to death. I've loved Garen since Season 1. And Garen getting this change, everyone kind of saw this coming. He's just too strong right now. And reducing the amount of punishment you get for killing him in lane definitely needed to happen. So Garen no longer gets a free kill if he gives up a kill in lane. So good stuff. Gangplank got changed. Powder Keg now has less bonus damage to characters, and the armor penetration is down again. Yeah, they don't like GP. They think he's too strong. They keep bringing it down. Mordekaiser.
What?
Big changes to Mordekaiser. Armor is down. Armor growth is up. Harvester of Souls can now be self-cast when you're alone. But the damage no longer doubles when you have both zones, a singular character. It now has a health cost from 25 to 65. The AP ratio is up to 0.9, which is incredible. The deactivation damage is up. The healing against minions is down. And the maximum units drained is down. So less damage overall in optimal settings, more damage usually.
And more chances to use it. It's not reliant on another person being there.
Indeed.
Morgana, her Dark Bindings, the cost has decreased in higher levels, so more Dark Bindings for everybody. Still good for supports.
Indeed. Skarner is getting some nerfs. I loved Skarner, the concept of him, but he's just too powerful right now. Fracture, the slow on it, is down by about 15% at all ranks. Syndra gains more mana per level, and they're still fixing Scatter the Weak bugs.
Scatter the bugs! Scatter the bugs!
It's unreal how much there is.
So, Tahm Kench, few changes. His Tongue Lash, they smoothed out the interaction between Tongue Lash plus Devour combo for normal cast. Now, casting Devour at any point while the tongue is in midair will allow you to eat a monster or minion from a distance instead of needing to left-click Devour mid-lash. Thick Skin, the color of his gray health for himself and enemies has become changed so colorblind players can see it better. So it's more of a yellow in colorblind mode, or in general. I'm not sure. I haven't played him since the change. So that's a nice thing. I think it was really hard for people that can't distinguish color to know what is gray health and what is normal health.
Twitch, the delay on ambush going into stealth while taking damage is down by 1.5 seconds. Yeah, if you beat up Twitch while he's trying to stealth away, you're just going to kill him. Now, if he plays really smart, he may actually get away for a change. Now, the next change is huge. Veigar now grants AP on assists for Baleful Strike.
Whoa!
This is amazing.
Oh, wow.
This is amazing.
This is something people have been wanting since he's been introduced.
This is going to be something that's going to net Veigar an extra, like, 25 AP a game. And that's actually pretty huge for him. So,
and not as much kill stealing now that it's not dependent on him having to be last hit and waiting back.
Veigar used to want to kill steal.
Right.
Now he can just show up. Dark Matter front loaded it so that way the effects begin as soon as you start the cast animation rather than when you finish the cast animation. This is really going to tighten it up, and the cooldown is effectively reduced slightly, and the damage is a little bit quicker to go off.
And finally, Zyra, rampant growth Plants will reprioritize attack targets when their primary target is obscured by fog of war instead of simply ceasing fire altogether. Very good. They won't just be attacking nothing during combat if they run out. Plants now prioritize the target Zyra is most recently attacking as well, rather than the closest target she has attacked in the past 4 seconds. Champions recently attacked will still be prioritized over minions. Again, super useful. I think with the AI of what the new character, I already forgot her name. They've changed the AI on a lot of these secondary minions. I bet Yorick will probably get some in the future.
Yorick doesn't get anything.
Yep. Oh look, changes to items.
Devourer is unreal, and they have reduced the stacking to 0.65 per stack, and the sated Devourer on hit damage to 50 at cap. I still think Devourer is too strong. The main problem with it is the double attack with Blade of the Ruined King, and just how quickly you can burst characters for a small gold investment and time investment.
Right. Enchantment Warrior, they increase the attack damage by 5 points, so they sharpen the blade a bit. Nothing too big, but buff's a buff.
Zeke's Harbinger, nerfed! They nerfed it. Armor is down. The charge-up duration is down to 5 seconds. However, the duration of the buff is still 8. So, yeah, you have to stay together. You can't just wait it out.
And finally, Dead Man's Plate. They changed it so Lulu's Polymorph can now cause the target to lose momentum because they said that being a scroll shouldn't make you run as fast as a grown man at the speed of light.
Indeed. And that's really it for major news. There's a couple of bug fixes, and they are going to work in the Championship Callistia when the time is right. But keep your eyes peeled for that. Read over the patch notes if you have some ideas about minor bugs.
Definitely keep an eye out for Calista. We'll probably mention this when she is out. Just like the previous championship skins, you can only pick it up within 2 years. So this year, we will not be able to get Championship Thresh unless they are changing it. This year, it should be...
Is it Shyvana?
Shyvana. This year, it should have Shyvana in the store for one last year, and Callista this year, and then so on and so forth. So if this is your last chance to get Shyvana when it
Shyvana's always overpowered, so it's a good skin to have.
Yep. Speaking about the World Finals, we have this new event that they're going to be doing this year called the World Pick'ems. Last year, they had just kind of a simple pick'em, and we'll give Riot points if you win. This year, they rehauled everything. So what you do is you go onto the main website, log in, and then you'll see the bracket for the first round of the finals. This will be the 4 pods, and you're going to rank the teams based on performance. Each pod you want to rank the top player, the team that's going to have the most wins, then second, third, and fourth. And for participating, you will get a Pick'em Yordle with a little wizard hat. Everybody will get this, so just enter. Won't be bad. You will also earn a second icon with a Nettled Yordle if you earn at least 34 points during the event. If you don't earn enough points during the grouping stage, come back during the knockout stage, and you can still earn it again. And finally, if you are able to do a perfect pick, you will be able to earn Championship Riven. Now, this is interesting because Riven was the Season 2 skin, so we haven't had an opportunity to earn this in 3 years.
Indeed. Well, no, there was one time to get her. They have not made her available any other time.
Right, so this is Season 5, Season 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 3 years.
No. They didn't have her available to purchase again after the Season 2. They only started this 2-year thing, I think, a year ago?
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. There was a 3-year gap between the end of Season 2 when she was available. Well, you could still get her if you had the code, because she was the only one that actually had a code.
I bet there's probably codes for floating around on eBay.
They've actually deactivated all the codes, remember?
Oh, yeah.
All the like promotional stuff, all the
Poor
old
Riot Susan.
Poor, what is it? Riot
Pax
Twisted
Jax.
Fate. Pax Twisted Fate.
Oof.
Ooh, I wanted that baby so bad because it was blue.
Well, yeah,
So.
free to enter, guys. Just do it. Just do it.
Do it! We heard enough of that at NDK.
Seriously.
So
Don't let your memes be memes.
Along with the PvE stuff, we have the new skins. We have 5 new skins. First one is Mr. Malphite getting an awesome kind of like clockwork skin called Ironside.
Yeah, this is definitely some steampunk stuff there.
I'm surprised this didn't come out during the Bilgewater event, because this is definitely a Bilgewatery skin. Probably
it's got
wasn't ready.
sails on it. It's crazy.
Got like barrels and stuff. Can't wait to see what the effects on it look like. Oh, sorry, just saw that he shoots a wheel at people.
Yeah, dude, why not? The next big one is the fire skin for our new character, Kindred.
Keep forgetting her
It's
name.
Shadow Flame or something. It's a fire skin. Every character has a fire skin.
Very stark compared to her white and black. It's a lot of reds, a lot of yellow. Very colorful, very nice. Goes well with probably the Echo skin. And then we have more for the Warden and Marauder skins. First
we have. I think these are new characters as well.
Yeah.
We have a character for Warden Camera, and
Karuma.
and another one for Jake's.
So this
Karma and Jax.
Characters that we joked about not getting any skins anymore, and especially Karma, who hasn't had anything since her rework.
So these are very interesting looking skins.
Jax looks cool.
They're building to the 5-man. They've got 4 out of the 5 now. And then the Marauder skins. Again, this is building to the 4 out of the 5. We have Alistair and Olaf.
Which is really interesting because they already kind of had a semi-support and a jungle with Nautilus. So they already have 2 very tanky characters.
So yeah, Jungle Alistair. I'm sorry, Jungle Nautilus and Tank Alistair.
And then top Olaf. And then who was in the Warden? Was that Sivir and no?
It was Sivir and Nautilus.
Sivir and Nautilus, and then
The Marauder. Oh, I have to look up the
Oh, man.
Marauders. Whatever.
we were wrong, wrong.
We'll look it up. But other than that, some interesting stuff on the PBE, but we won't see it for a while because we are going to have to wait until after the championship.
I'm surprised how close they are putting out this character to the championship. I wonder if that might tie in any way.
They'll probably have pictures of her or something.
Like the just ghosts, and then there's the people. Woo! What's that in the distance? New champion, and it's just like one guy in a ghost outfit.
New
and then, like,
challenger approaches. But that's it for official news this week, guys. We're going to move on to our own section here. We're running a little bit long on time, so we're just going to do one question here. It's from Mester12. He says, do you guys think any of the teams in the world can beat the Koreans? Obviously they can. We've seen it before.
It's just definitely down to pressure and matchups. Last year, a lot of the U.S. teams got seeded close to each other, so they got warded out very early, and the European teams had the same thing happen. Well, the Korean teams were very well spread out and were able to take out the other nations. This year, it all depends on seeding. Definitely have my hopes up. We got some good European teams. We got some good American teams. We also have a good group from the wild cards. I'm even going for Bangkok because it's a Chinese team instead of a normal Korean team. So, definitely looking forward to seeing.
I want to see some of these challenger teams do some work.
I loved watching the challenger promotions. That was really interesting to watch.
Well, because those people have stuff on the line.
Right.
You know, they're not a sponsored team. I mean, they probably are now, but...
Definitely. If not, a lot of those people are going to be picked up during the next start of the season. Because I bet a lot of teams after this are going to kind of readjust.
So I think those will be the most in it to win it players. Because a lot of these guys, literally, they're sponsored. Win or lose is an extra $1,000, $200,000 at their bottom line, which is a lot of money, but it's not going to make them live more comfortably. They're already living comfortably. It's just a little extra pocket change, a little bit of prestige. These other guys, they're coming from almost nothing. They spent a lot to play League, and to get rewarded for that, I think, is really going to drive their performance.
And this is one thing I really do like about League, is the fact that they do pull in Challenger tier. Yeah, we have the teams that we always see. We have TSM, we have the Faces. But there is always a risk for them to lose their spot to a Challenger team if they do poor enough. We actually had to see a couple of teams fight their way out of Challenger brackets to come back into the LCS. So that's always definitely a cool thing. So at any minute, TSM could just totally be out of the LCS, and that'd be great. Not just for the drama.
But absolutely, I think the Koreans, we're long past the point where there's no one that has a chance except for them. I think we're way past that.
Yeah.
But that's it for official questions this week, guys. If you have one for us, for about the show, about League of Legends, about Spastic Gaming, about gaming in general, about what we're up to, about what I thought about the ending of Metal Gear Solid 5.
I just picked it up. Don't tell me.
Please post in the comment section below. Send it to our email at spasticgaming@gmail.com. Or post it on our Facebook, Twitter, or website, all of which are linked in the information down below. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/spasticgaming. You can check it out for exclusive content and bonus videos if you should so desire.
So we have the panel video up. We posted it a couple days after we put up the episode. It is very, very interesting. We had
a friend
of yours, Jinx. He joined us.
Indeed.
And he definitely added a lot to it. It was super fun. Hopefully we can get a chance to do that again, because it was a really fun experience to do. And there was a Thresh watching us the whole time.
Oh, that dude is cool. I still have his phone number. I should talk to him.
Hi, Thresh.
Thresh.
Oh, man, what else? Pineapple. Sorry for the delay on updating the website, just due to the way I've been running around with all the
It has been
stuff.
a region of Chos. Watch the panel. You'll understand references.
References. Website updates will come back normally. It's just I have to upgrade the SoundCloud account so it can hold more time. That's been a pain in the butt to get a hold of. Banking issues, all sorts of stuff going on right now. So as soon as I get that figured out, we will be able to get up and running again at full speed and work on the 5th year anniversary video. Yay! It's probably not going to be as good as we want it to be, but the panel is our 5th year anniversary. Cop out!
Yay!
5th year anniversary video will still come, because we didn't make any Master 12 references. This has been Water Elemental.
This has been Axis. Ugh. This has been Axis.
And Water Elemental.
And we're standing on the edge of the crater.
Cryptic metaphor.